Alright, it is time for yet another limited time series. As you can see, this time it's for Nissan GTR NISMO R35. Alright, so for completing the 15 tier limited time series, as usual, you get the car plus this time 50 gold and 180,000 racing dollars. And this is going to run until for me it's going to be December 23rd, Sunday, but if you're on the Eastern Hemisphere, let's say, it will running through Monday the 24th, the Christmas Eve. So there you go. And let's see, the car itself is worth 520 gold. And to bring let's jump in and we'll confirm all that we need to confirm. Right, so we'll do the series overview and the upgrade scheme and all that stuff. So here's the breakdown of rewards in 25% completion increments. So as I said, 15 tiers to complete, 45 races, gold trophies, and to complete it instantly it takes 900 gold. The car is worth 520 gold, so spending 900 gold is kind of silly. But to confirm the PR requirement, which is according to Fire Monkeys, it is 62.4. Let's find out, shall we? So here's the 50 gold that you will get for completing the series, and of course the car itself. Alright, so that's pretty cool. And it unlocks the bonus series, Tuned Nissan Perfection. Where is that in the series, I wonder? Anyway, we'll worry about that later. But let's confirm in this last tier cup race at Catalonia. What was that? Is it a national circuit? Alright, 5 lapper. And the PR requirement is 62.4 as they have mentioned. Alright, so now let's check out some specs here. To get this car serviced, it takes 3 hours, so that's pretty standard for a car around this spec, I guess. And let's see, the base PR, as you can see, we're starting at 48.2 with a top speed of 315 kph and 2.9 seconds for 0 to 60 or 0 to 100, depending on which system of counting you're using here. And 31 meters for stopping distance, and grip of 1.08 G. So not exactly a gripper, a little bit more what would you call a slippery side, I think. But anyway, enough of that. Can we actually customize this car? Yeah, the full complement of paints and vinyls and so on. So alright, well, let's talk about the upgrades, shall we? So it has been the case that if you get 3 upgrades across the board, we can get the PR up to the required number, which is 62.4 in this case. So that is what, about 12 points that we need to get up to. So let's check out if we get about 4-point boost in PR per tier, that'll get us there, right? So here we go. So for engine, now first tier, it takes 2 hours and 30 minutes for the R&D time. So, yeah, not terribly long. It's not like 12 hours to start off, right? So that's manageable. We'll do that. But for our purpose, we'll use gold to get it done instantly. And PR boost of 0.7. All right. And then let's get on with the next category. Drivetrain, 42,000 racing dollars for the cost, and PR boost of 0.7 again. All right. If we get 0.7 in every category, it's not going to be that like that. But if we do, that will bring us. That'll be about 4 point, almost 5 point boost, right, in PR. But I have my doubt on that one. As you can see, body not quite as far. It's just 0.5 PR boost. And brakes not going to give us nearly as much either. But suspension, we're getting 0.8. Okay, so that's pretty decent. And for exhaust, it's going to be 0.9 PR boost. So that's pretty good. Exhaust always has a pretty good PR boost and also a pretty good performance boost as well. In the past, I didn't really look at the actual top speed and acceleration boost when I was getting that upgrade. But I'm sure it was fine. We're going to need it anyway. So, yes, somewhat irrelevant how good it is. Anyway, brakes, as I was saying, not quite as big of a boost, but it's also the cheapest upgrade always, right? So 0.5 PR boost there, and then final category, tires and wheels, 35,300 racing dollars and 0.6 PR boost. All right, so first roundup. Cash upgrades bring our PR up to 52.9, which is about 4 point, isn't it? Because we started at 48. So 4 point something, right? 4.7, right? Because we started at 48.2. All right. So this car's PR, by the way, when it's maxed out, goes all the way up to 66.8. But obviously, it'll cost you a fortune. So we're not planning on doing that, for at least not to win this car. So let's see. Now the gold upgrades, right? So here we go. Second tier, we got 46 gold. We're starting at almost 53 PR point here. So 46 for that. And third tier, I believe is going to be all cash upgrade. 8-hour R&D time, so that's a little bit longer, but it's not like, like a day or two. So that's always, that's not too bad. I can live with that. So anyway, we'll let's complete the second tier gold upgrades here. So, all right, and 42 more gold. So engine was 46, so another 42 here. And as expected, the cash upgrade for the third tier upgrade, and I'm expecting that it's going to be the case for every category here. And a little bit cheaper on the body, 34 gold for second tier upgrade here. And suspension 40, all right, and then followed by cash. Exhaust 38 gold, and followed by another cash upgrade there. And the brakes 30 gold, and finally tires and wheels 36 gold, and that brings our PR up to 57.7. We were at like 53, right? 52.9. So once again, that is around like 4 or 5 PR boost, right? So I would say we're on target here. And the total gold, I did punch this number in, is 266 gold cost. So, and then third tier we know is all cash here. So let's see if we can get all these cash upgrade on the third tier across the tiers, across the board here. And see if we meet exactly 62.4, which is required. Alright, so we're maxing out a couple of these categories here. Brakes, 61.8, and finally, yep, exactly 62.4. Alright, so a third tier across the board is what you're going to need to get the PR requirement met to win this car with the minimal cost, because next gold upgrades are going to be pretty pricey, as you can see. 100 and 90s and 70s and so on and so forth. Even brakes cost 65 gold, 84 tires and wheels. So, alright, so 266 gold total. There you go. And I'll, put the cost of racing dollar as well in the description box below. Give you guys all the rundown of what's needed. But now let's run through the series overview here. Tier 1, Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track. Long road circuit, alright. And drag race, Suzuka East, alright. And Cup is going to be at Daytona. Road course, probably single lapper. Yep, and that's going to be a, what we call it, the rolling start. And Tier 2, we got Endurance at Nürburgring, Mühlenbachschleife, so that's the short one. Generally, they've been around 5-6 kilometers in the first endurance race fairly early on. And depending on how you play your game, if you win by the smallest margin and run in critical condition, that distance should be decreasing as you go further in the series. But you never know. Anyway, then followed by elimination at Melbourne, and we got a cup race in Tier 2 at Le Mans, single lapper. And what's the PR requirement here? 50.8. So you're gonna need some upgrades to get going in the Tier 2, as it has been the case with every single one of these limited time series. So without any upgrades, you're gonna get stuck in Tier 2. Alright. Tier 3, we got the Hunter at the new track, Circuit of the Americas, National Circuit. We got to spend, I got to spend a decent amount of time during that last week's weekly time trial. That was a lot of fun, even though it was with a fairly slow Mercedes. But that was cool. I enjoyed that. I learned quite a bit about that track. And let's see. Ended up going fully upgrading my Mercedes because I with landing in rank B, 100 gold in return, it made sense to put the extra upgrades in the car and reap the reward, because then I was essentially getting a big discount on all those upgrades, so that was good. Anyway, then we got a speed record at Monza Junior course. Alright. I don't think that's gonna require us to service the car, because you can always, if you're having difficulty with speed record at Monza Junior, you can always turn around at the beginning. But once again, if you've been winning by smallest margin, and if you start with those upgrades on your car right away, by Tier 3 your car should be have much more power than your competitors. So I'm expecting Tier 3 you should be able to run through. Your car will be in critical condition because you had to do that lap at Le Mans to get here, so your car will be in critical condition. But I don't think you'll have an issue getting through the speed record at Monza Junior course. And the cup race for this, Tier 3, is at Laguna Seca. And the PR requirement is 52.1. And it's just a single lapper here, so that should be a pretty quick one. And then Tier 4 is, of course, the one that you're going to need for 25% completion, or by completing Tier 4, you get to claim the 25% completion reward. We've got autocross at the Brickyard Road Course. All right, and head-to-head at Catalunya Grand Prix Circuit, a single lapper. But really, Grand Prix Circuit, it's going to be a fair length. And then we got a cup race at Dubai Club, so this has got to be just 2 laps. That's not too bad. And PR requirement is 53.2, and if you recall, 52.9 was the limit of your cash upgrades, meaning in order to get, what was it, 5 gold for first 25% completion. So yeah, once again, if you're putting gold in the car, you might as well go all the way. So if you can afford 266 gold to win, that'll be, you would most likely go for it. But otherwise, you might end up skipping this limited time series. Anyway, and then we got a really expensive one coming up next. After this one, we got Ferrari, the FXXK Evo. That's going to be, that's going to be an expensive limited time series. So if you want that car and you don't have enough resources, I would spend time just farming and trying to gain as much gold, collect as much gold as you can. You're going to need a lot of gold. I'm expecting upwards of probably like 500-600 gold, if not more. But that's just me going off with absolutely no knowledge other than just my previous experience of playing this game for, past few years. My goodness, since 2013. Oh boy. Anyway, Tier 5, we got elimination at Formula E Hong Kong, Speed Snap at Mount Panorama, and you know how that goes, right? That is going to require servicing your car. Speed Snap at Mount Panorama has never been possible when you're in critical condition. I know this is fairly early on in Tier 5, but my guess is we'll need to service the car on that one. But we got a 5-lapper at the Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit, so this is kind of the shorter variation. And the PR requirement is going to be 54.1. All right. So that'll be fun. Good number of laps there at the new track. And we haven't really had too many cup race at the club circuit so far. So that'll be something that I'll be looking forward to. Anyway, Tier 6, we got a Hunter at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. So that's a fairly short one. Autocross at Brands Hatch. So that's also usually takes somewhere around 20 seconds, 25 seconds. With this car, I don't think it'll take 25 seconds for this car or cars of this class to complete an autocross at Brands Hatch. But once again, depending on how you play your game, you might have a faster target than others. So, as they say, your mileage might vary. And cup race is going to be at Spa, single lapper, because that's, of course, pretty lengthy track. PR requirement, 55. All right, moving on. Tier 7, we got Endurance at Hockenheim Grand Prix. Head-to-head at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. That's going to be a single lap. All right. And the cup race is at Suzuka GP, single lapper, with the PR requirement of 55.8. All right. And Tier 8, so you need to complete, if you get 2 races or 2 gold trophies here, you'll get 50%, you get to claim the 50% completion reward, which wasn't all that much if I remember, like 10 gold. Anyway, we got an elimination at Le Mans. And we got a speed record at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. So, let's see. Trying to remember where that takes place. I cannot remember where that is. Oh, no, it's a speed record. It's not a speed snap, so it's a full lap. Never mind. That shouldn't be an issue. And the Cup race is going to be at Dubai GP double lapper. So now we're beginning to get some longer races, starting in Tier 8 here, with a PR requirement of 56.6. Anyway, Tier 9, we're in the second half of the limited time series at this point. We got a Hunter at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit, pretty short one. Endurance at Mount Panorama. And Cup at Silverstone International 3-lapper, so that's not as long, I don't think, with a PR requirement of 57.4. Alright, Tier 10, we got Autocross at Daytona Motorcycle Course. Remember what I always say about Autocross at Daytona, it's long. Takes about a minute. With this car, maybe a little less than a minute. But anyway, all Daytona autocrosses are one of the lengthier ones. Never a good choice for like Autocross Annihilation team event, right? Anyway, moving on, you got Speed Snap at another NASCAR circuit, Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. All right. Let's see. Speaking of NASCARs, we haven't had any race at Richmond in a long time. What's with that? I know it's just a round, tri-oval circuit, but it's kind of fun on occasion. I would say not all the time, but on occasion. I guess we can always jump back into NASCAR series and do some of that in motorsports section of the game. But with some of these new cars, it'll be kind of fun. Anyway, to complete Tier 10, we got a Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, double lapper with the PR requirement of 58.2. Alright, Tier 11, we got head-to-head at Hockenheim Short, drag race at Circuit of the Americas, and Cup is going to be at Monza Road Course, double lapper with the PR requirement of 59 even. Alright, and Tier 12, of course, this is, you need one gold trophy here to claim 75% completion reward. Now we got a Endurance at Circuit Catalunya Club Circuit, and Autocross is at Hong Kong. And the Cup is at Melbourne 6-lapper, so that's a pretty good number of laps here. And the PR requirement is 59.8. Alright. Of course, by the time you reach about Tier 13, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? You got an elimination at Spa, head-to-head at Brands Hatch, just a single lapper. Okay, that's a pretty quick one. And the Cup race is going to be at Porsche Test Track Short Circuit, 6 laps, and the PR requirement of 60.6. So, alright, so far just gradual increase in PR requirement as you expect, which is good because no surprises there. Tier 14, Speed Snap at New York, Speed Record at Silverstone National. That one might require you to service the car, possibly, we'll see. And Cup is going to be at Mount Panorama, 3-lapper with a PR requirement of 61.5. Alright, finally, last tier, Tier 15, we got Autocross at Daytona Road. Yeah, you know what I said about Autocross at Daytona, right? Anyway, elimination is at Dubai National Circuit, and Cup is at Catalunya National Circuit. We know it's the 5-lapper with the PR 62.4 as stated earlier. So there you go. So there's the rundown of the series. So if you can afford it, definitely go for it. Let's see, the cost of the car, cost of the upgrade to win this 520 gold worth car is 266 gold. And we get 50 gold back as a reward. So that, if you want to think about it surely as like an upgrade discount, that'll be slightly under 19%. So as an upgrade discount, it's not huge, but you're getting 520 gold car for free in that sense. So that's not, the car, yeah, it's expensive, but what are you gonna do? And I kind of like this screen, the background, the smoke coming out of the car, and the that silhouette. That's kind of neat. Anyway, so that does it for this video, and of course, I still got the other 2 limited time series I still have yet to complete, and then I'll get this one going, or maybe I'll get the upgrades going right away on this one. So while I'm completing the other series, I can at least get the car ready in this series. So we'll see what I do. But for now, that does it for this video. So hope you guys find the information useful. If you haven't subscribed yet, always do subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, because that's what I'm trying to do here, click on that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. But for now, take care, and we'll see you on the track. Bye.